Hello. How's everybody doing? I'm Samantha, Kristoferson. Welcome. Come on in. Come on into the space. We're just doing a 60-minute yin practice today. Normally we're in for 90. And I've just added to 120-minute practices in the next week and a bit. So come on in. Anybody want to request a pose or an area, please pop it into the chat. Dave, good morning. Good afternoon, Samantha. Good afternoon, Dave. Nice to see you here. Thank you. Judy, I heart you too. So I don't want to talk. I want to jump into the practice because it's only 60 minutes. So come down and find yourself in Shavasana. We'll always begin and end in that space. I'll keep my eye on the time and the chat. Gazella, good morning. Puja, hip stretch pose, awesome. If there's one in particular you want, let me know. Otherwise, I've got some in my mind. So come on down. Make sure you have your block bolster with you. Any prop that you might want or indulge yourself with. Sometimes even if we've been practicing a really long time without props, my experience, the more props, the better sometimes. So choose a position that suits your body today and slowly make your way down. Maybe pick up the right shoulder and gently tuck it, pull it down your back. Do the same with the left. Open up the chest, pinch the wings into the back. You can keep your knees bent. You can be up on a chair or bolster, or extend your legs out, however you feel. Take a nice deep breath in, fill up the belly, and exhale with a big sigh. Make sure you slightly tuck the chin, send the gaze in between the eyebrows. You can even rub that spot. Close the eyes if you're comfortable. Take another deep inhale, fill up the belly like a balloon. Exhale, release. Grounding into the space that you're in. Using your senses to smell. Using your senses to hear. Take one more deep breath in. Fill up the belly so big. Exhale through the mouth. Now through the remainder of the practice, once we exit Shavasana, I'd always like to encourage you to practice your Ujjayi breath, ocean breath, Darth Vader breath, where we constrict the throat, the glottis, breathing in and out through the nostrils. And with that constriction, it makes the breath sound like the ocean, like Darth Vader. And if it's difficult for you to do it, that's okay. Even if you try a few times, it's just a wonderful invitation that when we practice Ujjayi breath, ocean breath, we send messages to our parasympathetic nervous system that we are about to relax. It can engage the vagus nerve, which then sends important messages to our internal organs, a lot in the digestive realm. So yeah, try and practice that today. Look and locate your strap. Because we're doing hips, I definitely want to make sure we hit our hamstrings first, that large group of muscles connecting into the hips. So slightly bend the knees if they aren't already. Bring the feet flat on the floor, remembering there are no points for moving quickly in this practice. Okay? So imagine that slow creature, that slow animal, and embody that energy of snail or turtle. Pick up your right foot and wrap the strap around the ball of your foot. Knee can stay bent. Hopefully your belt or strap is long enough that your arms can hang heavy, maybe doubling up the wrap around your hands so they can relax and not feel like they need to hold. If you can, extending the heel up towards the sky, just really, really feeling into that extension. And knee can stay bent in that extension. Just go to where you find full engagement. And if you want a little bit more, extending out the left foot out to the mat and slowly bring your leg towards your body. Breathing, ujjayi breath, send the gaze, send the focus in between the eyebrow points. And it's okay if you want to say, let it go, 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 let it go. We're here for a few minutes. Sending that heel up towards the ethers, up, growing like a beautiful Jack and the Beanstalk vine. And take the time for sending gratitude to your body, to this large group of muscles that move us around. Allow us to dance, jump, pivot, walk, run. Slowly loosen that foot over top of the hip, but don't put it down. Okay. Cross the strap so it makes an X between your two hands, stabilizing the feet. Again, engage the heel up towards the sky. Take the big toe, point it to the left side, and slowly draw your leg across to your hip, just so you feel that connection. We're here for a shorter amount of time, but definitely just going to do that head nod, that acknowledgement. Come back into the gaze, come back into ujjayi breath. And slowly allow the foot to hover back over top of the hip. Again, engage with the heel, send up to the sky. Point the big toe out and slowly draw across the body. Doing a little bit less time than I normally spend. Normally we spend an entire half hour just on our hamstrings, but today with 60 minutes, we're just doing a little bit so we can sink a little bit longer into those hip poses. Extend through the heel, feel that connection. Relax the arms, the elbows, the shoulders. Relax the throat, the back of the neck, the hairs creeping up and over your head, or the skin. Slowly bring that foot back over top, bend the knee, and release that foot down onto the floor, letting both legs out here. Just observing that sensation in the legs. Be open to feeling, sensing, hearing any messages that the body wants to communicate with you. Crickety cracks, heat, numb. All of it's possible. With your inhale, slowly bring the knees bent again, feet flat on the floor. Pick up the left foot and take the same variation you did on the right. So again, your knee can be bent. And if you can, extending your heel up, envisioning it climbing up to the ethers. And if wanting some more, extending the right foot out to the corner, choosing the pose that best suits you. We're here for a little bit. Eyes are closed, letting our thoughts float around us like fish around a stingray. Muji meditation, just teaching us that analogy that we are the stingray, we are the awareness, and we can exist amongst all the little tiny fishies, all the little thoughts, and we don't have to attach to any of them. We can just be in the same space. And be in this present moment, honoring our body. Extend the heel up towards the sky. Last minute here. Slowly with your inhale, release the foot back to hover over the left hip. Take the straps, cross them in between your hands, making an X. Let your arms hang heavy. Extend your heel towards the sky and point your big toe into the right side and slowly draw your left leg to the right side of your body. Just really sometimes a micro movement. That engagement through the heel and the big toe activates that muscle group that extends in through the bottom of the calcaneus, the heel bone, through the back of the Achilles tendon, the ankle, coming up through the back of the calf, weaving through the knee, through the upper thigh, and connecting into the hip and the lower back. And slowly let that foot hover back over the left hip. Engage the heel, send it up towards the sky. Knee can still be bent while we're doing this activity. Send the big toe out to the left side and slowly draw the leg across your body. Immediately release any area that you might be clenching, holding tension. As soon as you sense it, just start to send that message. Let it go, 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 let it go. And slowly release that foot over the hip. Bend the knee and unstrap your foot. Maybe bringing it all the way down onto the floor. Extending both legs and maybe rocking them gently side to side. Slowly bring one or both knees at a time to release the lower back onto the floor. Again, maybe rocking side to side, whatever's feeling called. Just counteract that pose. When you can, bring your feet onto the floor, both feet onto the floor. Good. Make sure you have a block or a meditation cushion or a pillow. As we retuck our shoulders, pick up the right shoulder and pull it down. Pick up the left and pull it down, pinching and opening up in the heart chakra and the solar plexus. With your block, choose a height that you'll feel comfortable being supported if it's with a block. Push into both feet, sending your hips up nice and high. Bring your block underneath your hips, just above the tailbone. Supporting, you know best where you're going to feel supported. And you can stay here, arms out to the side, eyes closed, shoulders pinned back. In a nice, beautiful, supported bridge, just release here fully and let go. There are two other variations you can take. You can extend one or both legs out to each corner of the mat. Or if you'd like, bring your feet together. Let your knees fall open into butterfly. And of course, prop underneath the knees if you need it, want it, are feeling like you might open too far if you don't have the support. We're here for a few minutes. Consciously send that ujjayi breath, that deep ocean breath, into the pelvic floor area, into this belly area, and watch the space open. Last minute here. Come back into that gaze, reminding yourself, sending that vision, that awareness in between the eyebrow points to the third eye chakra, the intuition center. Relax the face. Imagine the skin on the chin pouring over your skeleton. The skin underneath your eyes, around your nose, melting to the sides, into the ear. The forehead, releasing any and all concern. The tongue released from the top of the mouth or slightly tucked in behind the big teeth. And slowly with your inhale, however you need to feel supported and move slowly, start to push energy into your feet or draw your legs in, or if you were in supported bridge, send energy into the feet, lifting the hips up, removing the block. And we're not down yet. We're still up in this position. And we're going to slowly roll our spine out like a rolling pin, coming down to make full contact, engaging in our breath until we find our hips flat again onto the floor. And maybe if you want, bringing your knees in and giving yourself a hug. Bringing the feet back onto the floor, knees bent. Last pose here before we come up. Arms out in T shape, extending them how you feel comfortable. Picking up the right foot and drawing it across the left leg. Now pick up your left foot and take it to the right side of your mat, pushing down to the floor. Pick up the hips and roll your body to the left side. And again, not about how much you're rolling here. Stay engaged into the floor with your shoulders. If you want, put a block or bolster at the back of the hip and underneath the knee, and feel so supported and held in this position as you give a much needed twist to the hips, to the internal organs. If you feel better in a twist that is like this, just adjust your legs and your arms to take that shape. You'll know that I talk a lot about skeletal variation and how our bodies won't look the same in asanas and poses because of how our bones fit together. So be empowered in your practice to make the adjustment or take the variation that you know works for your body. Come back to your breath. It's quite common and normal to add a blanket, cushion, pillow underneath the shoulder, underneath the head as well. I'm on top of 7 yoga mats and 2 blankets, so I'm feeling very cozy. Like David G., a teacher on Insight Timer, you might know, he says, feather your nest, and I just love it. Come back to the breath. Focus in on that third eye. Ujjayi breath, ocean breath. Slowly with your inhale, push down into your feet, lifting up the knees. Slowly unwind that right leg and make your way back into a neutral spine. Arms still out in T shape. Pick up the left foot and draw it across the right leg. Pick up the right leg, take it to the left side of your mat and push down into the ground, lifting your hips off the floor and roll to the right side. Take the same variation, use the same props that you did on the right. You might notice there might be a change from side to side. One feels more open than the other. Get some crickety cracks in there. Ocean breath. Release all clenching. Let a wave of relaxation flow through that lower part of your body. Release any held tension in the hands, fingers, wrists, the forearm. Let the wave of relaxation continue through the bicep, into the pectoral chest muscles, just melting. Releasing in the rib cage, in and around the pelvis, down the legs, shooting through the knees, down the shins, and finding its way through the ankle and out through the ends of the feet into the ground. Every inhale, breathing in beautiful light energy. And every exhale, releasing anything stuck, stagnant, or no longer serving. 2 more minutes. And if you joined in after I introduced myself in the beginning, my name is Samantha Kristoferson. My spirit name is Whirling Rainbow of the Wolverine clan, guided by Grey Wolf. I love to offer my yin practice. So if you haven't, follow me on Insight Timer and you'll see when I post events. And hopefully you can join us in these juicy releases. Grateful to all of you for taking the time to honor your temple. And slowly bring your left arm over across to join the right and roll to the right side. Release the twist that you had from your legs and bring your legs over top of each other. Slowly push up and get into a nice, beautiful seated position, whatever is comfortable for you. One leg out, 2 legs out on a cushion, supported by a wall. I like to be up on a block. We're just going to, and make yourself comfortable. My space is a bit chilly today, so I got a blanket. We're just going to do a few minutes of pranayama practice. Of course, if you've been engaged in the Ujjayi breath, you're getting a double dose. Bring your right hand in front of your face as we engage in some alternate nostril breathing. You can use your pinky and ring finger and your thumb, or whatever fingers feel good. Close the left side. Inhale through the right. Nice as long as you can breath. Close and exhale. Go at your own pace, inhaling. Relax the belly, relax the shoulders back. We're here for 2 more minutes. Keep going. If you got lost, it's okay. Start over. Exhaling as soon as you close. Release the effort and surrender to the process. Wherever you are, slowly release your right hand down on top of your legs. Relax your face. Return to a normal breath. And just observe here for a minute. A lyric came to me while we were doing that. Practice makes progress. Practice makes progress. I let go of the outcome and stay focused on the process. And that's kind of what I was hoping to imbibe on you is if you're feeling stuck at all or feeling like it's not working or feeling, I think you intuitively know how to let your body flow. So let go of the outcome and just focus on the process. Release. So now we're gonna remove any block, bolster slowly and gently. Make your way till you're seated up onto the tops of your toes. If this is uncomfortable to have that much pressure on the knees, of course, using a block right underneath on the bum can be comfortable, or a meditation cushion, or rolled up blanket across the ankles. Okay? Whatever you need, you might want a block or a bolster. So grab that, bringing your feet together and spreading your toes nice and wide on both sides. Maybe you already feel a really engaging stretch on the plantar fasciae here, all those ligaments. If you want more, slowly walking your hands up until all of your weight is over top of the feet. And of course, stop anywhere along that route that feels like it's enough. We're here for a couple of minutes, so you want to definitely be comfortable. We're halfway finished our practice already today. I'm about to move into our hips. So just stay here with your feet. Come back into Ujjayi breath, ocean breath. Close the eyes and send the gaze in between the third eye. Accept where you are today with this stretch. If at any time it becomes too much, you can always come out. This is one of the most challenging poses actually for me, is my feet. "30 more seconds." Then you can slowly start to walk your hands down, coming up onto all fours. Pick up the feet and just tap them gently on the floor. Walk your hands back as we sit down on top of the ankles. And if that's a lot for you, again, the block bolster to support so the pressure doesn't get too much anywhere in the knees. You can walk back until you feel your knees gently lift off the floor, stretching the tops of the ankles. We're just here for a few seconds. And slowly coming back down. Just showing some love to the bottom and the top of our feet. Come to sit down on your bum and shoot your feet out in front of you. Maybe you want to be up on a cushion or a block if you'd like. Pick up your right foot and bring it just above the left knee. If your leg is up really high, that's okay. Start to apply a little bit of pressure to the right leg, and if that's giving you a nice good hip stretch and you're not fully rolling back, stay here. If you want more, leaning back onto your hands, pick up your left foot and draw it underneath the right knee, making a flat line between the two legs. You can support with a block under the knee or cushion. We're opening up these hip spaces by having our legs in alignment here. If you can, slowly bring yourself forward as far as you feel comfortable. Of course, supporting with a cushion, bolster, block. Support the head if you'd like. We're here for a few minutes. And please stay in the variation that feels right for you. If you're not happy sitting up, coming down onto the floor, bending the one leg and grabbing also can be a great stretch. Choose the one that suits you best. Close the eyes. Ocean waves. Sending each inhale deep into that pelvic floor area. At any time, if you need to lighten or deepen the pose, use your inhale and exhale to guide you back into that space. As you imagine deep, deep, deep within the muscles, all those connections, the upper to the lower body, in the hips. They're all being sent messages of relaxation, healing, oxygen. They're being massaged and rubbed and rolled around. So observe what your hips are telling you, observe what your back is telling you. If you don't feel good in a rounded spine, of course I didn't mention, please stay up and engage with a nice straight spine. You can even rest your head on your hands. There can be a lot of paranoia in the practice world. And so just know that I believe that you know the best way to engage with your body. And if you ever had a challenge or issue, you know that you could ask me or share with me, and I would try and help you find the right variation or prop that you need to feel stable and at peace in the asana, in the pose. We're in our last minute here. Slowly with your inhale, if you're down, push into your hands, lifting yourself up, unbinding. If you're on your back, unbind your leg and release the legs down. Gently send your legs out in front of you and engage in the opposite direction. So right leg goes out, left foot comes up over top of the right knee. And if that was enough, if you were here, engage in that stretch. Lean back into your hands if you had both. And bend both legs at 90. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale yourself into the same variation you did on the right and apply it to the left. Observe yourself, observe your body. Come back to the breath. We only have a short time left, so stay here in this moment. Thank you for taking the time to be here today, for honoring your body. for sharing this practice with me. Release any clenching. I don't know how to explain in my own personal hip the sensation of clenching deep within where I believe the femur bone is like in the hip socket. But if you could imagine sending your awareness so deeply into the body, into that area right where the ball of the femur is in the hip, and just saying, okay, I'm just gonna feather my nest in here. And imagine sending your oxygen and air there. We have 1 more minute to go. Slowly with your inhale, remove any blocks, bolsters. If you were on your back, get back up into a seated position, however you need. And if you were in this binding, unbind yourself. Bring your feet flat on the floor, leaning back into your hands. And just let your knees fall from side to side. Nice and slow and gentle. Listen to the back, listen to the shoulders. And slowly make your way into a tabletop position. This one's going to be a little bit different from what you may be used to, and maybe you want a bolster or a cushion underneath you, or definitely a block. Show with the props, with your hands underneath the shoulders. Weave your left arm in behind the right, coming down onto your elbow. Pick up the right and put your right elbow so that they're faced side by side. And extend your arms out, creating an X just to where it feels comfortable. And if you're feeling able, slowly bringing your weight down, letting your legs extend out until your full weight is on top of the arms, stretching that back, stretching the shoulders. And again, you can have your head propped up so it's not too much pressure. And you can also be fully on top. And just relax here for a minute. Slowly, with your inhale, start to push energy into your elbows, sliding them back out until you're up onto your elbows. Pick your left arm up, set it in front of the right, and maybe shift them down. And slowly extend both hands out until you're crossed over the arms. We're just here for 2 minutes. Opening up that back space. Opening up space in the shoulders, the armpits, the biceps, the forearms. Slowly with your inhale again, start to send energy down to the arms, to the elbows, pushing in and bringing your right arm to push into the ground. Roll yourself all the way onto your back. If you had props or blocks, moving them out of the way here and coming down into our final resting pose. Feel free to use a block or a bolster for underneath your knees. Get yourself however you feel comfortable. Cover the eyes if you'd like. This is 888 hertz frequency, 8 infinity, also aligned with dragon energy. We're in the year of the dragon. So close your eyes, send your gaze up into the third eye. Release everything, no pranayama exercise here, just breathe how your body wants to breathe. And slowly take a deep inhale. Fill up the belly. Exhale through the mouth. This time when you exhale, make a sound or a note or a vowel noise. Inhale. Fill up the belly. Take another deep inhale. Exhale with a big loud sigh. Gently kick away any bolster or block. Bring your feet and ankles to touch. Interlace all but index fingers. With your inhale, stretch your body nice and long. Exhale, release the body fully onto the floor. Slowly bend the knees. Roll to the right side. Slowly make your way up into a seated position. Arms just on top of the lap, however you feel comfortable. Bring the hands together, rub, start to wake up and send those messages. Coffee for the brain with this heat and energy. Bring the hands into the center of the chest. Slightly bow your head. From the light in me to the light in you. Namaste. You may open your eyes. The practice is complete. Ooh.